So today I want to give you 3 key things that you could do when it is slow during the summer slowdown to make sure that you continue to make the money that you want to make when you're out there, because it can be really hard to get the money that we need when the orders have slowed down because it's a summer slowdown. So today I'm going to break down 3 different things that you can do to make sure that you continue getting the money that you want to make when you're out there. My name is John McFall, and I want to welcome you to the McFallRI channel, where I teach you how to make $25 to $30 an hour doing food delivery. In today's video, I'm going to give you 3 key things that you can do when you're out here working these food delivery apps and you want to get the money that you want to make so you can make sure that you continue filling your pocketbook. The first thing I'm going to recommend is that you take a lot of stacked orders. When you get orders from the platforms, whether it's DoorDash, Uber Eats, or GrubHub, when you have stacked orders, they typically pay you more money overall, and a lot of times they pay you better dollars per mile because you're taking 2 orders that are picking up in the same general area and you're dropping them off in the same general area. Stacked orders come on the platforms in different forms. A lot of times it's picking up from the same restaurant for one app, and sometimes it's picking up from restaurants that are right next to each other. The other great way that you get stacked orders, especially on DoorDash, is you pick up from a restaurant and let's say a Dollar General, and then you drop both of those orders off at the same place. You get paid more money to do this, so make sure that you're taking stacked orders when they come to you. A lot of people complain about stacked orders because of the tip amount. One person will tip good and the other won't tip so good. I've had stacked orders where one person tipped me, let's say $7 or $8, and the second one tipped me nothing. However, the dollars to time and the dollars to mile were really good, so it was overall a good order. I don't worry about tips myself when I'm out here doing food delivery like a lot of other people do. I've done a lot of videos on it because I just take a look at what my overall compensation is going to be for the time I invest in the overall compensation per mile that I'm getting, and if it looks good, I go with it. The other way you can do stacked orders that I've done videos on is taking orders on different platforms at the same time. I had one yesterday where I picked up an order for DoorDash, and I went to the restaurant and when I got the order from Steak and Shake, I got a request from Uber Eats. I looked at the DoorDash app. It said that I had 20 minutes to drive about 4 miles to pick up that order. Uber Eats sent me a $10 request to go 1.6 miles. So I picked up my order from DoorDash. I went to Taco Bell next door, grabbed that order. I delivered the Uber Eats order, and I was still 4 minutes early to drop off my Taco Bell order. So make sure that you have multiple apps, because you can get your own stacked orders from the apps if you use them the right way and you keep track of how much time it is taking to pick up and drop off an order. The apps let you know how much time you have. Sometimes you have just a couple of minutes to get that order dropped off. Other times, like my DoorDash order yesterday, I had a full 20 minutes before I had to have that delivered for a total of 4 miles. So I had a lot of time to do other things. So I grabbed that order on Uber Eats. It literally took me 10 minutes from the time I got the order till I had it dropped off, and I made an extra $10. The second thing I want to talk about is knowing your restaurants in your marketplace. Every restaurant is different. There are some Five Guys restaurants in some marketplaces that are really quick about getting you orders. In my marketplace, it takes forever to get an order from Five Guys, so I don't go there. Another good example is Chick-fil-A. I love Chick-fil-A. They got great people working there. They are a good company. However, in my marketplace, the 3 different Chick-fil-A's that I have to go to get orders are extremely slow. This is because they are so busy all the time that it is hard to get in there and get my order and get it quickly. On the other hand, when I go to like Wingstop, I can get in and get out really quickly in my marketplace. When I go to McDonald's, I typically get in and out really quick in my marketplace. So you gotta understand how the restaurants work in your marketplace when you're deciding on what orders to take. And if it's a restaurant that you know is absolutely slow every time you go in there, don't go to that restaurant and decline the orders, because it's wasting your time if you grab even a good order from a slow restaurant. The third thing I'm going to recommend to you is understand during the slow time the best days of the week and times of the day to get out there. If you are working this part-time or even full-time, it is very important that you understand when you can get out there to make the most money. I know in my marketplace that typically Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays are going to be slower days for me. I know I can get out there and still make money. However, I know that on Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, those are the best 4 days in my marketplace during the summer slowdown that I can get out there and get the most money on these food delivery apps. So it's really important that you understand how the apps work in your marketplace and the best days and the time of day to get out there and get your money. I talk to you about it a lot, where you got to understand the apps and you have to understand your marketplace. I know in my marketplace, come around 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning on Saturday and Sunday morning, it is one of the best times for me to get out there and get the money that I'm looking for. A big reason for this is because a lot of drivers take a look at the dinner rush as the best time to get out there, so my marketplace can be saturated with drivers around dinner time. And if we're in the summer slowdown, this can cause me to have less orders that I can pick from. However, if I go out at 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday and Sunday, I know there's not as many drivers out, so there's more opportunities for me to get the dollars that I'm looking for, because I have less competition out there that is trying to get that money. So understand the day and of the week and the time of the day in your marketplace, and focus on those ones that you know that is best. If you've never gone out there and really analyzed your marketplace in this respect, take some time to go out into your marketplace throughout the week and see what happens during those times on a consistent basis, so that you know what the best day of the week and the time of the day for you to be out there getting your money, so that you're not wasting your time going out there when nothing is happening and you're not able to make the money that you want. So to recap what I talked about, the first thing that you've got to do is you've got to take a look at stacked orders. If you want to make the most money, you've got to stack orders on top of other orders when you're out there, whether it be picking a stacked order from one platform that it sends you or creating your own. The second thing I talked about was knowing and understanding the restaurants in your marketplace. Know which ones are quick about getting you orders and which ones aren't, so that you pick those restaurants that you can get in and out of, so that you can get the orders as quickly as possible when you go there. The third thing I talked about, and the final thing, was knowing and understanding the best time of the day and day of the week to get the money that you're looking to get. If you haven't analyzed your marketplace and understand this, this is really something that's going to help you do better when you go out there. So I hope I taught you a lot today, and I hope you got a lot out of today's video. I want to remind you that down here in my description, I have some great tools for you. The one I want to talk to you about is my Metrics Spreadsheet. If you don't keep track of your numbers, and you haven't, you do not know where you are overall. My Metrics Spreadsheet will break it down for you and show you what your averages are, so that you can see where you need to improve. I'm going to throw it up here on the screen real quick so you guys can take a quick look at it. If you look at the left-hand side, you'll see I always put my start time and my end time. This gives me the total time that I've worked. I also put in the miles. If you look to the right, then you'll see for each individual app, I put the dollars that I've made, the time that I worked, along with the number of deliveries. Head to the bottom and you'll see it calculates out what your average dollar per hour, dollar per mile, and your average per order. We have good days and we have bad days when we're out here doing food delivery, and the only way that you can know how well you're doing is to keep track of these numbers. So go grab that free download for yourself and start keeping track of those numbers to see where you are. I would also like to ask you to like this video, to subscribe to my channel. Finally, I want to leave you with, I hope that you are out there getting the money that you and your family deserve. And with that, I want to say thanks.